What's going on, guys? If you're new here, I just wanted to ask you all to subscribe. It is free. We make these videos. They are self-funded. Your subscription will really be appreciated. Thank you and enjoy the video. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Cigars of London YouTube channel. Today we're going to be answering the question, is having one cigar a week bad for you? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of articles. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and my opinions on it. Bottom line, obviously, smoking cigars is not going to be good for you, but we're going to talk about a few of the health risks, a few of the potential side effects, and just talk about like what I think about the whole thing. Because neither myself or Hazel smoke cigars every single day. I don't think that's down to us worrying so much about the health effects, although I am aware of it, and I think a lot of people are aware of it, which is why I wanted to bring this video to you guys. I know for a fact that there's people in the cigar industry that just kind of choose to ignore it. You know, we're surrounded by smoking kills stickers, smoking decreases fertility and everything else. You know, you guys have seen these stickers, the pictures on the cigarette wrappers, the cigar boxes as well, and they're not nice to see. And you know, even I'm guilty of just straight ignoring them. Like, obviously we know they're there, but they're just not nice to look at. Because we know how much joy a cigar can bring us, we just overlook it and carry on doing what we're doing. Anyway, let's take a look at the first article. So this article is on WebMD. It's written by Stephanie Watson and medically reviewed by Sabrina Felsen on the 19th of October 2020. Pipe and cigar smokers often wave off worries that smoking is bad for their health. They claim that their habit is harmless. As I've just mentioned, I know for a fact that there are people who just claim that cigars are not bad for you because you don't inhale it. That's like the big claim. Because you don't inhale a cigar, it's not going into your lungs, so it's not bad for you, which is just not true. So it says here that there's a misconception that pipes and cigars are somehow safer than cigarettes. In reality, these tobacco products carry the same health risks as cigarettes. Cigar and pipe smokers often argue that their health isn't at risk because they only smoke 1 or 2 a day and they don't inhale, which is the whole point of this video. We're going to kind of try to get to the bottom of this question. There's also a claim that pipes and cigars aren't addictive, yet research shows that cigar and pipe smoking still increases your risk for cancer. A lot of people do ask me, are cigars addictive? Are you addicted to cigars? My answer is always no. I don't wake up in the morning craving a cigar. A single large cigar can contain more than half an ounce of tobacco, as much tobacco as an entire packet of cigarettes. One cigar also contains 100 to 200 milligrams of nicotine, whilst a cigarette averages only about 8 milligrams. Now, my argument with that is typically a cigarette smoker will get through a pack a day, and I think there's 20, isn't there 20? For example, my gran, she will smoke about 120 per week. So although there's less nicotine, it's more of a nasty habit, the sort of thing that people will do as soon as they wake up. They will have a lunch break at work to go out and have a cigarette. It's like a constant itch, whereas cigars for me is absolutely nothing like that. If you are a regular cigar smoker and you think you are addicted to cigars, make sure you get involved in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know, like, how does one afford to smoke cigars every single day, and how does one have enough time to smoke cigars every day? Because it's not just a 5-minute cigarette. They're like half hour long, unless you're talking about cigarillos. Some of the common side effects of smoking is cancer, lung disease, heart disease, tooth problems, erectile dysfunction, and the list kind of goes on. There are obviously side effects to smoking cigars. They're not good for you. They are similar to smoking cigarettes. It's a different form of habit. So it's a little bit mixed mash. I don't feel like it's fair to compare cigars to cigarettes entirely because they are very different things. And everything carries its own risk, which leads me on to another article that I found. And it's about people living in London. So if you live in London, if you live in a city, if you live in places like New York, then listen up. In Marylebone Road on the 28th of July, one of the hottest days of the year, nitrogen oxide levels rose to 1,912 micrograms per cubic meter, which is the equivalent of motorists and pedestrians breathing in 4 cigarettes per minute, which is absolutely crazy. Researchers from King's College, University of London found a normal day's exposure can be the equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes. Pollution hotspots include Marylebone Road, where daily vehicle emissions are so concentrated that pedestrians and those with offices or homes on the roadside are exposed to nitrogen oxide equivalent of more than 30 cigarettes. So we can't even go into London for the day without inhaling something that's toxic to our bodies, which can and probably will lead to some sort of side effect. And here's something else that a lot of us probably just choose to ignore or are just completely oblivious to. Junk food. Around 31,000 heart and circulatory deaths attributed to excess weight and obesity every year. Deaths attributed to excess weight and obesity totaled around 31,000 every year in the UK, which is absolutely crazy. And that kind of leads me on to the smoke and kill stickers and these like nasty pictures that we see on packets of cigarettes and cigars these days. Why are we not seeing that on McDonald's cheeseburgers and the so-called healthy salads at McDonald's? They're all part of a bigger problem, as are smoking in general, junk food, pollution in the air. None of us can avoid these things. And the reason I'm using the junk food and living in London as an example is because it's a lot of things that we all partake in. I'm prone to a Mackie D's, Hazel is as well, cheeky little chicken legend, barbecue sauce. And some of us just can't help but live in or around a city. So many of us have to go to work, use public transport, and we are really all exposed to these things every single day. For me, the main takeaway from all of this is to enjoy these things in moderation. If you do have any worries about your own health, then maybe you should start taking it seriously. And I hate to be like a party pooper here on YouTube because it's a little bit of a depressing thing to talk about, but I did want to raise some awareness about the whole thing surrounding smoking in general. It's not good for you and you should probably not be doing it every single day. For myself and for Hazel, it's something that we do enjoy on an occasion. Obviously, we use cigars here to review on the YouTube channel, and that usually is our occasion. We do enjoy filming these videos, and in between clips we'll sit down, we'll enjoy some snacks, we'll have some wine, we might even just have some sparkling water, but it's certainly not something that we're doing every single day. Other times we might smoke a cigar is on a birthday, New Year's, Christmas, and usually around those sorts of times we make sure that we are near a viewpoint or out and about somewhere, so it really adds to the occasion. So if you're a smoker and you're watching this and you're now considering your options, maybe try to save your next cigarette or your next cigar or your next pipe bowl for a special occasion. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.